that there is a crack. And as it is, we'll settle on. Because normal, you and I were not supposed to hear anything. We're just supposed to kind of like, people like me were supposed to say what's going on, and you were supposed to doubt me and be like, how did you know? But since Dangote don't tell us everything himself, and they were telling us everything themselves too, so it was easier, and I think they felt like, enough. We can't continue like this. We can't let these things spill. This doesn't mean that the aggressive plan takeover is not over. Because I remember Dangote met with Tifnumbu twice. And twice after meeting Tifnumbu, things took a different turn. So that's why I'm not going to look into this low profile guys. So if I hear Dangote scream again, I'll tell you. But Sheun self don't have his own voice on top this matter. Just on the side. Sheun.
Then I buy all Nigeria textile mill. What happened to all the mills? They could just come outside. When they don't bow and finish. You know how much federal government put for that refinery? They give 2 billion. I did a live. The day they announced that they give Dangote 2 billion for 20% of that refinery. Government gave Dangote just $2 billion for just 20% of that refinery. That refinery is 680,000 barrel per day capacity and fertilizer. That same day, Sinclair Oil for America, I mean that's the name of the company, I think Sinclair or something, I can check later. They sold the same size of refinery with rail tracks, with trains, with the same fertilizer, everything, giant refinery, just like Dangote. The entire thing, they sold it for $2 billion. The entire thing in America was sold. America, where workers earn more, where things are more expensive than Nigeria. They sold that same size of refinery that day for $2 billion. Federal government buy 20% of Dangote on just 20% for the same $2 billion. This Dangote has the audacity to come outside today and say, one government, they sabotage. I say, in the last 5 years, has the government of Nigeria spent $2 billion on Nigerian education for all of us, to educate all our children? We don't see $2 billion. $2 billion is over 300 billion naira. He comes outside today and say, you know what, monopoly. When they don't think be monopoly, I don't believe in monopoly. Government should come and buy the refinery. More come buy DC. Refinery where they go work. When we come, see, una no get sense. See now, due to una, they don't use their influencers, so they don't come outside. Hey, government won't keep Dangote, all of them. Government now not gonna say that the plan between him and the government, he don't do the first step now. So government now to look like say government is proactive. Government will come buy the refinery, abi? Now because the government do well, abi? Later the BC will now fall on Nigeria head. Dua, abi? Abi? Why? It was said that, okay, the question to ask is this: if the refinery they work, is it our, now we go collect the profit? Is the profit going to go to Nigerians? Is the profit of the refinery, is it a national business? This is Dangote's personal. Now he choose say he won't enter that business. No gun to his head. Nobody tie him. He say I'm business. They say capitalism. Business is win or lose. It's either you do the business well and you gain. This is capitalism. So I they tell you now, this is what capitalism says. Business means say if you do your business well, you move forward. If you don't do your business well, you fall off. Why be say when the rich men of Nigeria do business, work well, we must come and help them out? That is socialism. They go tell you every day, say socialism is bad. Socialism is bad. But when they fuck up, they immediately run to the government for public money. Just like we do in Nigeria, everywhere in the world. They run to the government for public money. They run to the government for public money. Then I buy all Nigeria.
Sense. You say Sheun pass me that loud. If you say that thing, they give you inspiration, Abi. It sense. You see how Shehu described his own socialism, and now you are deceived with capitalism. This is socialism are those who are like always depending on government, looking for money from government, hardworking people's money, taxpayers' money. But when capitalists run into trouble, they are bailed out by the government with public money. But socialism is bad. See that? That's epic. Again, Shehu believes that this whole thing is like a scheme, and Dangote is in on it. And Nigerians are the fools. I told you that they activated Dangote's influencers on all sides. And we all know from now, before now anyway, right, that Dangote's refinery is just a front for all kinds of money laundering, especially the one against Nigeria. Unfortunately, the Dangote that they wanted to see as a pride of Africa, a pride of Nigeria, is a fraud created by the political class in Nigeria, starting with the military class, the military boys. I really do want to see that refinery work. Last, after all these whole controversies and everything that has been trailing it for years. The refinery is not $20 billion. But they've cooked the book. And those who are supposed to possibly tell you the value are going to tell you something else. All paid, all rigged, all that. But even upon all of this, make it work. Okay? Because every penny that comes out of the Dangote refinery is absolutely his and his friends. Maybe they can then go around and do charity to some of you at the end after robbing you. And people need to understand how economy works, by the way, okay? These are economic saboteurs. These are not patriotic people. These are criminals. But Nigeria is a criminal enterprise. I don't know. This is July. Is it the transfer market already? Because I just saw a flash on my phone now, and they said that a Labour Party senator from Imo State just crossed over to APC, and Akpabiole announced it. Here, transfer season, Lewa. They don't reopen the transfer season. The transfer is always like all year long. Here is a man that used the obedient wave to gain his own meal tickets. And now that he is settled, he's back to where his friends are. Obedient.
Senator Ezenwa Francis Onyewuchi, representing the good people of Imo East Senatorial District, elected under the Labour Party after due consultation with my family and conscience right to formally notify you and my distinguished colleagues of my resignation as member of the Labour Party and my formal declaration for the All Progressives Congress, the APC. This decision is due to the intractable division and crisis in the Labour Party that sponsored my earlier election into the Nigerian Senate. The communication is therefore made pursuant to Section 68, subsection 1G of the Constitution of the Federal Republic of Nigeria 1999 as amended. Imo State and the entirety of the Southeast remain united under the leadership of our performing governor, His Excellency, Distinguished Senator Hope Uzodinma CON, to give our unflinching support to the President and Commander-in-Chief, Asiwaju Bola Ahmed Tinubu, GCFR, and of course support of his administration aimed at achieving sustainable development for our dear country. So let me thank the uncommon President of the Senate for receiving me in an uncommon way, His Excellency Senator Godswill Akpabiole. You put it, for his visionary leadership. I didn't say so. You said so. Let me also thank the uncommon President for the way and manner he has piloted the affairs of the 10th Senate of the Federal Republic of Nigeria. I thank you. Please accept, as always, Mr. President of the Senate, the assurances of my highest esteem. Sincerely, Senator Ezenwa Onyewuchi, the man I love to call the voice of the gods. On behalf of the APC, I want to welcome you. And Sergeant at Arms, proceed to assist Senator Ezenwa Francis Onyewuchi, represent.
Now the guy be that. Ezenwa. Hopeless or Digba's boys. That was able to get the Labour Party's senatorial ticket when Hopeless or Digba will not even consider him as anything worthy. Obedient, free of charge, promoted this guy to the high heavens. And they went as far as voting for him. 1 year after, give me a second. 1 year after, he's back to where he always belonged. And it is to go and help Tifnumbu, Akpabiole, and others to make Nigeria great. They will use you. They will dump you. And you will think there's going to, we'll see, we'll show him next time, Baba. If you begin the hard for 4 years to your age, by the time you continue to make yourself available to be used by these criminals, okay, you will be too old at some point, right, to even show them anything anymore. It is ideal for people to know that in a corrupt system, in a corrupt, rigged system like that of Nigeria, people don't choose their leaders, even if they pretend or organize sham elections to make you think you are choosing a leader. You are not in that contraption. Good luck, okay? To Ezenwa. Here is Akpabiole, or Akpabiole's apology to Natasha Akpoti. I mean, the lady or the senator that Akpabiole used this derogatory remark like this is not a nightclub. See, I don't know if this is an apology or not, or what have you, right? I'll let you see it. At least I showed you when you made that kind of, demeaning statement to his own colleague. Now here is his apology.
Still learning. Even those of us that have been in the Senate for 16 years, we are still learning. So we'll do well to continue to learn. But in the course of my talking to one of my distinguished sisters that she should speak whenever she's recognized, I made reference to the fact that we are not in a nightclub where people have to shout above the noise of the music. And the social media went agog. I'm not on social media, but my wife called me that people got angry. They published her number and said people should occupy her. So she used to receive, she received over 2,000 to 3,000 phone calls a day. And then I tried to on one of my phones. I realized it was in the public. In fact, the phone crashed after about 3 hours. So I am very happy with the interest generated by Nigerians in what goes on in these chambers, because we are here to cater for their interests. And so for them to to be so interested in what goes on here means that we are connecting with the people directly. And it would have been terrible if we were doing all this work and the people were not even aware of what we are doing. But the communication was totally misunderstood. Instead of taking it for the nature of what we said, that you should not shout when you are talking and not and speak when you are recognized, they went into private abuses. I don't want to say what they did to me, because what they did to me, I think I don't merit it. I was telling DSP that it's even the one they should be talking to, because in my tradition, we marry only one wife. So they listed so many wives on social media. And at the end, it will look as if the Senate president had or has so many wives. When indeed, I'm reporting to my colleagues, I have only one. And I'm satisfied with that one. And she's a beautiful and loving woman. I will not intentionally denigrate any woman. I have a wife, I have 4 daughters, and I always pray that God will lift a girl child to the highest zenith in Nigeria, politically and in business. I also want my children to do well. So, distinguished Senator Natasha, I want to apologize to you if you felt offended. If I had mentioned that we are not in the market, they will say I said you are a market woman. If I said that you were not in a nightclub where people shout above the noise of the music, they will say you went to nightclub. If I said you were not in a community meeting in the village, they will say Akpabiole says Natasha is a village woman. For me, there is nothing I will say that will not be misunderstood. But the interest generated in the social media, people jumped in, shows that you have a lot of political enemies. It also shows that I do have enemies. All of us here contested elections with people. So whenever those people think that you are being brought down, they will jump up and they will say all sort of things. I noticed even some of them that could not pass through Senate screenings went into the fray and abused the Senate president, abused you and all that. I don't know how you took it, but I felt that I should tender a public apology to you over the miscommunication and the misunderstanding. So do accept my apologies, and my colleagues, or anybody who could have felt offended, accept my apologies. I did not mean any harm, and I did not mean what they are misinterpreting in the social media. And I hope this will come to an end, and people should concentrate on things that will move this country forward and not things that will divide us. So I hope.
Nuisance lele.
Apology niye. Is that an apology? Okay, big man apology. All right. We shall see. Away from there, to all of you Nigerian workers, congratulations. Tifnubu sent your 70,000 minimum wage bill to the National Assembly. And here, the House of Rep member, when they received it,
of another executive bill. The message reads as follows. Transmission of Nigerian Police Act Amendment Bill 2024. Pursuant to Section 58 of Section 2 of the Constitution of the Federal Republic of Nigeria, 1999 as amended, I forward herewith the above named bill for consideration and passage by the House of Representatives. The Nigerian Police Amendment Bill 2024 seeks to amend the Nigerian Police Act 2020 with respect to the appointment and tenure of the Inspector General of Police and related matters. While hoping that the House of Representatives will consider this submission in its usual expeditious manner, please accept, Right Honorable Speaker, the assurances of my highest consideration. Yours sincerely, signed, Bola Ahmed Tinubu. of another executive bill.
Hang on, it's actually not even the one. But let's see the one that Akpabiole's group passed this afternoon. Let's see that one.
Wait, from 5 years to 3 years, and for related matters 2024, third reading.
Distinguished colleagues, a bill for an act to amend the National Minimum Wage Act 2019 and to increase the national minimum wage and reduce the time for periodic review of the national minimum wage from 5 years to 3 years and for related matters 2024. Third reading. Distinguished colleagues, a bill for an act to amend the National Minimum Wage Act 2019 to increase the national minimum wage from 30,000 to 70,000 and to reduce the time for periodic review of the national minimum wage from 5 years to 3 years and for related matters 2024. Third reading taken and passed. Leader of the Senate.
Correct yourself. I am sorry. I don't be answer. They play the street. I am sorry. The time you call me. I don't be answer. They play the street. I am sorry. The time you call me. I don't be answer. They play the street. Baby, oh, baby, now, oh, baby, oh, baby, now, oh, baby, oh.
Anarchy loans. Anarchy loans.
So this passed. Now it is going to now be sent back to Tifnumbu. It will now sign it into law. And the minimum wage in Nigeria will now be officially 70,000 naira. Good luck to you on that. I think it was yesterday where no, it wasn't yesterday. It was actually like started overnight. Okay. Where they were kind of chasing and then picking on the Okada riders around my 2 or so area of Lagos. Here, some of the catched.
Yeah, I know that.
Then catch you with your Okada. You probably won't see it again. Right? And this is also part of things that, it's just like demolishing your houses and tell you to go and find somewhere else. Take your bike and say, well, go and find something else to do. And if you can't find anything else to do, well, that's up to you. Okay, we'll leave Lagos. Let's go to Kenya. But on our way to, let's go to Kenya rather. I wanted to say, but we'll stop in Uganda and say hello to Museveni, that is also preparing to face the national protests in Uganda tomorrow. But let's go to Kenya, where they are still dragging Ruto. Ruto must go. Ruto must go. No joke. Here is the Nairobi CBD, Central Business District, this morning.